Yo, what is up, you guys? A big for another video. In today's video, yes, if you just seen the last video I just recorded, I'm gonna do it all on the same day. I'm gonna wear the same thing, same everything. So yeah, today's video we have my boy IMR, 3 True McDonald's Horror Stories Animated. You guys, you know the drill with these. I have a whole playlist. Let's get into it, man. Let's see what they got for me.
I personally felt weird about clowns, but dressing up a Ronald McDonald's paid me well. Handling fake smiles and balloons all day to the kids, I barely got time to sit or even go to the washroom that night.
My fault, y'all. I'm a little paranoid.
10 minutes
it kept
before
showing
closing,
the stupid ass
and the
product
restaurant had emptied, I quickly rushed to release myself. Once I came back, the cashier told me a woman was looking for me. I thought it would be just another parent waiting to pose their kid with a hideous-looking clown. I asked the cashier where the woman they pointing at the exit. A frail, middle-aged woman was standing outside the McDonald's.
No kid with her.
She was looking at the sky with a smile on her face.
What the fuck?
I walked up to her and asked, ma'am, you were looking for me? She slowly looked down, and we made eye contact. In that very moment, a rush of discomfort flowed down my spine. I don't know why, but the woman's stare gave me the creeps. She blinked twice, then said,
"My son, he wanted a photo with you. He just loves Ronald."
I looked around awkwardly, smiling. So where—
I would have told the kid, look at the thunderstorming. I would have told the kid, well, unfortunately, I can't take a picture with you because your mom is an absolute fucking train wreck. So I can't get a picture with you. I'm sorry. Maybe next time, when you're not with your mother, because that is disgusting.
Where is he?
You couldn't come
She
near me.
thought for a second.
Look at that.
Then asked,
"Who?"
Your son, ma'am." A
Where is
pale
he?
sadness dawned at her.
"He's sick. Can you come with me? He's waiting for you."
What?
I felt bad
You
for
want me to
judging
leave?
her too quick. Poor woman must have left the sick kid at home, promising a picture with me. Seeing me quiet, she spoke again.
I'll pay you if you see my son and click a photo with him."
No, I'm good.
Any other time I would have done this for free, but at that moment, I too needed the money bad, so I happily agreed. I went back
Money's
into the
not that poor,
McDonald's,
y'all.
got
I'm
my
sorry.
money from the manager,
It
and
is,
started
but it ain't.
following the woman to her house. On the way, I thought she would explain what's going on with her son, but surprisingly, the entire time, she didn't even mention the kid once.
What?
She just kept walking ahead of me, quietly. I guess she was already worried about her life, so I didn't bother with any more questions either.
What you
As we walked,
mean?
houses passed us. Streets that led to those houses went away, but we didn't stop. I wanted to ask her where we were going, but again, I hesitated. After walking for
What the
15 minutes
fuck?
straight, we left the suburbs and got onto a narrow, dusty road.
Oh my God.
I was getting really confused.
That shit is getting
So
annoying.
finally, I asked her, "How far is your—
Okay, flood warning. I told you. If you coming from the last video, yes, it's storming like super bad.
house?" She stopped suddenly, turned back, and looked at me like I had said something stupid.
"Why would I take it to my house?"
She said with confusion on her face.
Huh?
"To see your kid? You said your son—" She didn't let me finish.
"Oh no, my son is not at home. He is waiting for us at the cemetery."
The nonchalant tone of her voice sent a shiver down my spine.
No.
What the hell is going on?
No.
Where is she taking me? I asked her why her son is at the cemetery, but she didn't reply anymore, just kept walking.
I hope
A
my
hint
power
of
does
shady
not go out.
business alerted my mind, but then I thought, I'm 6 foot tall, weighing 170 pounds. On the other hand, this woman is thin as a twig. What harm could she do me?
Well, I know something that can put any human being down, no matter how tall, big. She can literally just have a MP5. And then guess what? The height, weight, wingspan, your jawline, none of that shit's gonna matter. Okay, so y'all need to stop thinking like that, because a lot of men think like that. You can get smoked. You can still get beat up being that tall. You could still get fucked. So I don't know why people say that.
Also, she said she's going to pay, so let's see what she's up to.
What you
We did stop outside a cemetery. Pushing the rusty, creaking gate, she took me to a child's grave. That's
What?
when the truth hit me. Her son. is already dead.
Oh my goodness.
Pointing at an epitaph that read, "Our beloved Michael sleeps here in peace."
Go ahead. Tell him a joke. He will laugh.
Her wide, with doll-like eyes fixed on me, was waiting for me to follow her instructions. No matter how creepy it was, I could fathom the underlying grief in her stare. I played along, not for the money, rather to provide some comfort to this mother grieving for her lost child. I told a lame joke, and for a second, the silence of the graveyard prevailed. And then I heard a chuckle of a child. It's right to say I was on the verge of having a heart attack when I heard the chuckle again.
He must be on pranksters or something, practicals or something.
But then realized it was her. Eyeing at the grave, the woman was laughing like a kid.
Whoa, the joke wasn't even funny. He said it was a lame joke.
This continued for probably a few seconds, but it felt like eternity. Standing in a graveyard with a deranged woman in front of her child's grave, there I was. Creepy-ass Ronald McDonald felt less scary at that moment.
Yeah.
I couldn't play along anymore. I turned around and started walking. I didn't run, because if that woman chased me, I definitely would have had a heart attack. I walked faster and faster. She screamed from behind.
Wait! Michael wants a picture with you! Wait!
That's not gonna happen.
I could see her following me, but she was physically weak, hence couldn't match my pace. She kept pleading with me to come back, but I didn't. That was the last time I took the gig to dress as Ronald. I feared the woman would come again the next day, asking me to go back to the grave of her dead son because every kid wanted to click picture with Ronald McDonald's.
He had done.
Last week, my sister
went.
He
lucky nothing really bad happened. He got lucky. I ain't gonna lie.
On a business trip, leaving my nephew at my place. My nephew loves me because I have always been the fun uncle for him. There was no strict bedtime or constant banning of fast foods at my place. We had a fun week, and on our last day together, we decided to go to McDonald's for burgers. When we reached the first thing that caught my mind was how busy the restaurant was.
I haven't ate McDonald's in like 8 months, 6, 7, 8 months, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I miss it though, yo. I ate that shit for fuck. Well, we good.
I placed the order and picked up the food. Just then, my nephew pointed to a seat where a middle-aged man was also sitting. I didn't think much, and we sat down. There was a long-cut mark on his right cheek that appeared pretty fresh.
Are you the adult, or is the kid the adult? If that was my nephew, I'd be like, are you stupid? Is you fucking crazy? Is you fucking crazy? Is you fucking crazy? That's what I'm gonna ask him. Why would you want to sit next to a mangled man with a scar on his face? See, that's the type of shit to get you booted.
Happy Meal, huh? Let's see what toys you got. Ricky looked at me with timid eyes, and I nodded at him.
You chose to sit here. What are you looking at me for? I didn't choose to sit here.
Showed his Minion toys to the man. The man took a keen interest in the toys, which gave me weird vibes. The man kept talking about how he loves McDonald's toys, because each one is unique. Then went on saying the previous toys used to be more exciting, but it was a shame they got banned. Now that interested Ricky, and he started talking to the man as well. It was all a casual convo, so
hold on. I'm back, I'm about to edit all that out. I thought it was flooding.
I didn't see any
That's how hard it's raining outside.
But now, when I look back, I realize what a grave mistake it was.
Why did they ban the toys?
Well, some people thought they were wrong.
Wrong? Why?
I expected the man to discuss any hazardous factor about the old McDonald's toys. Still, instead, he put his hand into his pocket. I watched him struggling to take out something from his pocket which obviously had been stuck. Ricky got impatient and asked,
"What? What is it?"
The man smiled, ear to ear, still struggling to get whatever it was in his pocket. I was curious too at this point. Then, I heard a crushing sound of a paper bag.
Bro, why are y'all?
The man took out this paper bag which had something inside. He placed the bag on the table and pulled out this bizarre McDonald's toy.
Is that a fucking dildo? Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. This dude would've got dealt with.
Shaped like a jellyfish.
Nah, that ain't no
droopy
jellyfish,
tentacles,
bro.
human-like face, and oddly fixed
No bullshit, no
grin
bullshit.
violated the lines between kids' meal fun and explicit intent. Its translucent dome head only added to the alien horror, making it weirdly memorable and slightly disturbing. Isn't it amazing? Look how big it is. Touch it. Touch it to feel its hard surface. Now here I had to put a stop. The implication of the toy and the man's sarcastically chosen words made me understand his evil intention. This guy is sick. My face turned red in embarrassment, and in a low but strict voice I said, "Excuse me, I don't think you should talk to my kid like that." His eyes, which were fixated on Ricky for the last few minutes, shifted to me. Kids love toys. I'm just telling him to touch it once. What's wrong with that? He doesn't need to touch anything that you've been in contact with. Now, you better leave this place or I'm gonna make you. Really?
You leave.
He leaned slightly closer to my face and said, "What are you gonna do? Ban me from McDonald's?" I was on the verge to beat the crap out of him, but he got up and left.
Take your dildo too. What the fuck? Nigga got squishy dildos in this.
That guy gave me the creeps, Uncle Ted.
Me too. Let's go home. We'll eat in the car. I was fuming with rage. On our way to the exit, I informed the McDonald's employee about the guy, but she brushed it off, saying creeps are all over the world. We got in the car and were about to drive away
She get dropped
when
off, I mean, we know what time
suddenly a
that
big
is.
hand stomped on my window. It was him, again. Ricky screamed in terror. Without opening the window, I cussed him and told him I'll go to the cops right now, but none of my words created any worry on his
Bro, you
face.
think he give a fuck about the
Instead,
police?
he took out the jellyfish toy and gave it a big lick from bottom to top.
So it is a. It is a. It is a. Like, that's what it is.
I wanted to get down and slap him as hard as I could, but Ricky was already crying, so
What?
I had to drive home.
He's licking
Poor
the
kid
what the-
barely slept that night. The next morning, when I dropped him off at the airport, he was constantly looking around with fear in his eyes.
Yeah.
I knew what he was thinking, but I didn't bring up the man again. Once he got home safely to my sister, I called her and told her everything. I even reported the guy to the cops, but since he didn't do anything physically harmful to us, the cops said they couldn't arrest him.
Not true. He smacked my belongings that I own, aka my vehicle. You cannot stalk outside of people's vehicles until they drive off for you to hit and damage my car. So yes, he did do something wrong. He showed a dildo to a kid. That's enough right there. He licked it and traumatized the kid. That's enough for me to book you for about, I'll give you like 8 years just off that alone, personally.
I really hope that pervert trips and falls into
So
a
it
manhole,
was a dildo,
because people
yeah.
like him are nothing but filth to society.
So it was. I knew I wasn't tripping. That dude's a clown, dude. I
It
believe
was
that
a
story
boring
too.
Saturday night, and my parents went to visit my grandma. I was randomly scrolling through Netflix when Susie
All right, guys, just got back. My basement is flooding, so
invited me to
let's
grab
hurry
a
up and
bite at
get this over
McDonald's with her
bruh.
little brother. I called my mom and told her about this sudden plan. Even though she said yes, I could spot the worry in her voice for going out after dark. But I was 16, and at that age,
that's a new story.
we hardly listened to our parents. I thought she was worrying for
No,
nothing
you're the only
because
one. I listen to everything my mother said, so I don't have that issue. I'm not a stupid fuck. You know, see, kids back in the day, man, I don't really understand the factuation to not listening to a person that's been alive for 30 plus years. They've been on this earth way longer than you, so why not listen to what they say? I don't understand you stupid ass kids, you know?
the restaurant was just 2 blocks away, and I always carried
Now, if
ma-
it's something unethical, like some crazy shit, then obviously, but nigga, don't do certain things. You probably should listen, but instead you do everything but listen.
back. Putting some music in my ears, I peacefully walked to the restaurant. It was only 7 p.m., so the place was flooding with customers. Susie waved at me from a table in the corner, and I smiled at her.
Susie.
We laughed, we joked, and we gossiped
Oh,
with
and you
every
a girl
bite of our
too?
burgers.
You dumb.
I ate a little too much fries, which didn't leave space for the entire Big Mac to fit in.
Whoa.
Just when I was thinking of wrapping it up and take home for a midnight snack, a filthy-looking homeless guy approached our table. "If you're not gonna eat it..."
Yeah, he's done. It'll be. Ah, my eyes. You got maced. Oh no. Bro, I gotta hurry up.
"Can I have
We gotta
it?"
hurry up.
His voice sounded broken, like he had a
If this
years-old
power
cough
goes off,
stuck in his larynx. He took out a dirty, muddy hand from his pocket and stretched it in my direction, hoping I would hand him my
You're
food.
not getting my food.
Sorry,
nigga.
but I'm gonna eat it later.
His face turned sad as he said those lines. His eyes sunk deep with pleading, but I stuck to my decision. Susie suggested to buy him some food, but I stopped her.
Why don't you get a
Hold on. I'm really not trying to lose my shit, bro.
job so you can buy food for yourself?
I said this out loud to catch the attention of the security. I also exaggerated a lie when they asked us if he was bothering us.
Oh, he was.
In the next 2 minutes, he was thrown out of the store. They pushed him so hard that he fell on the pavement and broke his tooth.
Oh,
I was
shit.
happy that he's gone, but Susie told me I was too harsh on him. We chilled out there
Chew
for an
me.
hour more, and then got up to go home.
Chew me.
Susie asked me to wait so her dad could drop me home, but my mom had called me thrice already. I said I'll walk home.
He didn't even just
Saying
say
our
it.
goodbyes, I started heading home. Putting my earbuds back on, I
Don't put
started
both
on
in.
the empty streets.
I never had
Headlights
both
of
in.
passing
As you can see
cars
right now,
accompanied
never
me
had
through the
both in.
night, when suddenly, someone threw a rock at me. It hit my head so hard that I felt I would faint.
God damn.
I grabbed a tree on the sidewalk and touched the back of my head. Felt a swollen bump. I groaned in pain and looked around to see who threw it. Turning
Yeah, he
around,
dangerous.
I saw a familiar face. It was the homeless guy from MacD. He was hunched on the
MacD.
sidewalk just a few inches away.
Oh, gosh.
A mix of anger and hatred illuminated his face under the neon
I mean,
streetlights.
it didn't. Where did you expect him to go? He's homeless. His streets is his life. You could have called your mom. Can you come pick me up? I can't. You know what I'm saying? Unless they made an excuse on why she couldn't do it. But bro, he's homeless. Bro, the streets is his home. You think he wasn't gonna find you?
Before the sense of fight or flight could kick in, he sprinted towards me, grabbed me by the shoulders, and started shaking me violently.
Oh my gosh.
Help! Help!
I
Ain't
screamed.
nobody gonna help you now.
My face was covered in my tears and sweat, but there was hardly anyone to hear my cry. I felt I was gonna vomit when he stopped. Still grabbing my shoulders, he brought his face closer and screamed at me, opening his mouth.
Shit, I smelled that bullshit. Oh man.
His bad breath mixed with his spit spray printed my face. Blood was oozing from his broken tooth.
Ooh, I would have been mad.
I'm sorry! Let me go! Please!
He then pushed me on the sidewalk, making me lose my balance and fall on my back. I forgot about the Mac. I forgot I could fight. Like a tiny bug trying its best to set free from a spider web, I almost crawled back on my hands.
Think what the big man
The
gonna
guy
do?
just stood there,
Make him
watching
eat?
me
Now he
go
gonna be
through all
happy?
the
Not
emotions
hungry?
before I
Angry?
got up and started running. I
Now
could
you
hear his
giggling?
laughter echoing in the
It's
night.
funny, bro. It's funny.
When I reached home, I called my mom and broke down like a little girl. My parents drove back home ASAP.
Oh, no, we would've
But
found
until
that.
they arrived, I just sat in the living room corner, crying and fearing the guy
we
might
would've found-
show up
hey, we
at my
would've found
house
him.
too. I constantly kept checking out the window to see if he was standing on the streets. Luckily, he wasn't. I didn't sleep well for at least a month after that incident. I didn't
Shit,
go
I'm the
out
same way.
after
I feel
dark
it.
for a year. Now, when I look back to the situation and think about it, I realize I did wrong the poor guy. All he asked for
That
was
doesn't-
food, and I denied him quite rudely.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you probably didn't have to do it rudely, but you have all right to want to eat your food later. He don't got food, I got food. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe you did do it too harsh, but hey, that don't got nothing to do with me.
I'm 30 years old
touch
now. Until today, whenever I come across a homeless person, I offer them some money as my repentance for treating that man like he didn't matter.
No, well, at least you learned from it. All right, let's wrap this up before my shit go off. But hope y'all enjoyed this, man. Yeah, it's a pretty sloppy reaction. I'm just gonna edit over the bullshit, man. So, but I hope y'all enjoyed this, man. Hit the like button, subscribe if you were new, and I'm out, bruh.
Thanks for watching.